Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad. This is the Firefighter's Financial Toolbox. With the pandemic we've got going on and the troubles out there right now, a lot of people are losing their jobs. Now is exactly the time that we have an emergency fund. You guys, I've been preaching to you since I've had this channel. The first thing you need to do when you start your financial journey is to start saving an emergency fund. Now, depending on who you are or where you are in your saving, start with $1,000. Start with enough to cover an expense, like a deductible for healthcare. Ideally, you want to get 3 to 6 months, and some people say up to a year, depending on how steady your job is. We're seeing right now that a lot of people are getting laid off in record numbers, you guys, and this is what the emergency fund is for. So when we talk about emergency fund, what exactly does that entail? What is a month of expenses? We're talking about necessary expenses, you guys. Rent, your house payment, insurance, your car payment, gas for your car, food that you need to eat. We're not talking about going out with friends and this kind of thing. These are not mandatory necessities. The emergency fund is designed to cover necessities. Now, it can take a while to build that up, you guys, but this is a perfect example of this downturn. When the stock market's on a rally, everybody wants to put all their money into it, and that's great. I get it. We're going up. But now we've had a big downturn. Not only are we losing what we had in our portfolios from the stock market, but we're a lot of people, as I said, getting laid off. Right now, if you're in any sort of service industry, you're suffering. If you're to do anything with tourism, your jobs are not happening because nobody's traveling, nobody's staying in hotels, nobody's flying. If you are in the service industry, if you work in restaurants, right now in Oregon, you can only do takeout. So if you're a waitress or a bartender or any of these things, you're unemployed because your business is shut down. So you're home, just keep yourself healthy, but there's no income coming in. The emergency fund is what you need to have. And this example right now of what's going on in our economy is showing us the necessity to always have it. Because even people that have jobs that they consider safe or recession proof, usually they are, we're finding out that with something like this, with the pandemic that's going on, no job is really safe. A lot of people are being sent to work from home, and some can do that. But they also are finding that sometimes there's not enough work for them to do at home, and they're being laid off. We had a perfect example of that in my household, my wife. So you guys, more than ever right now, having an emergency fund of at least 3 to 6 months of necessary expenses. Always keep it in some sort of banking account. It needs to be liquid, either an online savings account, a money market, something that you can get the money out within a couple of days. Now, I've talked about this at length. I don't recommend keeping it at the same location where you have your checking account. And here's why. Because if you do, it's too easy to transfer that money from your savings at Bank of America to your checking account when you decide you want a TV. The emergency fund is not for that. It's not for saving for vacations. It's not for saving for a new car. It's not for saving for a new computer or cell phone. It's for emergency. It's in the name. And as you guys can see right now, our country is in an emergency. And it's going to take a little while to recover. How long? I don't know. Hopefully we'll be through this in a month or two. Realistically, I think the long-term damage from this is going to be much longer than that. What does that mean? I don't know. Will people get back to work in 2 months? I sure hope so. I hope the country can get going again. I think we're just starting this, and it's going to get worse. I feel very fortunate to have a job where I'm considered essential. I'm out there dealing with this at work every day, you guys, and it's changing sometimes hour to hour as far as what we do to protect ourselves and protect the public from spreading it more. It's dangerous. It's a bad time. Make sure you have an emergency fund. All right, you guys. Thanks a lot. I'll see you.